The U.S. Food and Drug Administration is allowing certified retail pharmacies to offer abortion pills to women who have a prescription for the first time. Now, these pills previously could only be ordered, prescribed, and dispensed by a certified healthcare provider. The Supreme Court's overturn of Roe v. Wade puts the decision to distribute these pills in the hands of each and every state. Now, 4 doctors are suing the federal government for what they say is illegally approving chemical abortion drugs that harm women and girls. Eric Baptiste is the senior counsel at Alliance Defending Freedom, representing this case. He's with us now. Dr. Donna Harrison is the CEO of the American Association of Pro-Life OBGYNs. She's part of the lawsuit. So welcome to you both, and thanks so much for coming on. Dr. Harrison, let me start with you. What's your reaction to these abortion pills now being available at local pharmacies, and how do you see them as a threat to a woman's health?
Well, thank you very much for allowing me to come on. I'm the CEO of the American Association of Pro-Life Obstetricians and Gynecologists, and also the chairman of the board of the Alliance for Hippocratic Medicine, who is suing the FDA. These are dangerous drugs, and the FDA is both scientifically and medically irresponsible. When this drug is called into a pharmacy, so a doctor from New York calls this drug into a pharmacy in Illinois, who is going to handle the complications? And this is important because if a woman is 13 weeks pregnant or beyond, she has a 1 out of 3 chance of needing a D&C. Is the pharmacist going to do the D&C? This is absolutely medically irresponsible. And is the pharmacist going to do an ultrasound to determine how far along she is, or find out if she's Rh negative? If she has an abortion and she's Rh negative and she does not get a medicine called Rogam, she may endanger her chances of ever being able to have a child again. This is simply medically irresponsible. And who's going to determine whether or not she has an ectopic pregnancy? Mifeprex doesn't treat an ectopic pregnancy, and women have died from rupturing ectopic pregnancies after taking Mifeprex because they thought their intense pain and bleeding was coming from a Mifeprex abortion, when in fact they were internally hemorrhaging to death. Who is going to handle those complications? Certainly not the pharmacist.
So what I gather is you're expressing concerns about certain cases where women would experience some serious side effects and not have access to the care that they would need to treat that. Eric, let me go to you. How strong is this case against the federal government, which has clearly already ruled, according to the FDA, that women can have access to these pills?
We have a very strong case that we've presented to the court because the FDA has certain legal responsibilities to protect the American public from dangerous drugs. But here it failed America's women and girls by approving dangerous chemical abortion drugs. Our clients are frontline doctors who have treated and saved the lives of numerous women and girls who have taken these drugs approved by the FDA without any safety record showing that these drugs are actually safe for the approved use.
Eric, let me stay on you for a second, though. How is an abortion pill, though, and the side effects, possible side effects, different than maybe another drug that would have been approved by the FDA that could also have some risky side effects as well?
The regimen that FDA approved and the drugs associated with it are inherently dangerous. They are intended to be hormone blockers and then to expel a baby from the woman. It is inducing labor and delivery. And what the FDA has now approved is that a woman never has to see a doctor in person to actually receive these drugs, and then to, at the end of the chemical abortion, to ensure that she has no fetal parts remaining and ensure she has no other complications that could be life-threatening. And so these are inherently dangerous, and the FDA has absolved the abortionists from any responsibility in treating and taking care of these women. And they're being dropped off in emergency rooms across the country, and that's where our clients come in and save their lives.
Dr. Harrison, could you sort of explain how frequent this is seen? Again, the use of these abortion pills, how common is that compared to maybe going into a Planned Parenthood center and actually having the care by your side if you would need additional follow-up?
Well, according to the latest statistics from Guttmacher Institute and CDC, both of which are underestimates and both of which are voluntary reporting, the abortion pill represents the majority of abortions done in this country to date. But what's worse is there are over 70 different websites where a woman can receive abortion pills without any prescription at all. And the FDA has been impotent to be able to control that. These are drugs coming in from India, from China, and the FDA has no control over those drugs at all. And so these women are completely isolated from medical care. They have no one to turn to. And there is no record of how often that is happening either. So what we are seeing in emergency rooms is we are seeing women who are coming in with massive hemorrhage, with serious infections, with undiagnosed ruptured ectopic pregnancies. And that is life-threatening for women. And to make this drug even more willy-nilly accessible is completely scientifically and medically irresponsible. And I want to point out another point, and that is with the telemedicine visit, who knows who's behind the laptop screen when the visit is going on. This is a prime enablement of both abusers and pimps and anyone who wants to cause an abortion. It may not be the woman herself. This opens the door to coerced abortion.
All right. And again, that, of course, would not be in every case, but I understand you're laying out your concerns with us today. Eric Baptiste and Dr. Donna Harrison, thank you very much. We'll follow up on the case. Appreciate it.
Thank you.